gentleman from California, Mr. Rohrabacher.
Thank you very much. I apologize for just coming in now. I was chairing my own subcommittee hearing downstairs, so I apologize. But I will be reading your testimony. I think that the idea of space telescopes and also just the whole idea of astronomy is so important that it's hard for people to grip, come to grips with how important it is for us to know what's going on out there, because it sets down, well, anyway, I don't have to explain it to you. You're going to be explaining it to me. But with that said, there's one element that I'd like to talk about, and I don't know, I understand it has not been discussed, and that is, I think one of the things that behooves us to work and to have a system that we can identify things as far out as we can go and learn the fundamentals of the universe, but also see if there's something out there that could be harmful to us. And we just had, and I don't know if it's still there or if it's gone by, an asteroid that was, what, 3 miles wide, that was just within several million miles of the Earth. We need to have a system that we can identify anything coming towards the Earth that may well hit the Earth at least 5 to 10 years out. Now, Arecibo telescope was almost shut down about 10 years ago. They almost closed Arecibo, and Arecibo, it's my understanding, is at this point essential to making sure we can identify an object and then track it so we know whether it's actually going to hit the Earth or not. But we need to make sure that capability is built into our satellites and our telescopes that we're going to be putting into orbit, so that they are also expanding our understanding of the universe, but they're also, they are our guards. They are the sentries, you might say, looking for danger that might be heading in our direction. Now, is that, I don't know if it's been discussed, but where do you see that in terms of our planning for what type of telescopes and things we will be doing in the future? And I don't know who to ask, but whoever would like to comment on that.
Congressman, the Planetary Defense Program, which is what you're relating to, is part of our planetary division and is as multifaceted. And like you correctly said, Arecibo is an important part of that because it helps us characterize objects that are really near Earth, because we can bounce off, radiation off it and actually look at it at Earth. There's many other assets that we're using, both ground-based and space-based, that are there, and actually we're looking at, as we go forward, actually even assets that are that Dr. Mountain and his organization is working with to really, in fact, provide that kind of information. You, of course, are aware of that interstellar object that was such a unique first that we found as part of such a survey, a routine survey at NASA.
Anyone else that's...
Again, just going outside of what NASA does, we are building, the large synoptic survey telescope, which will scan the whole sky every 3 days, and that will provide information that we can provide to NASA as well. So there is, as you can understand, there is continued coordination. I mean, the asteroid that came in from the outside was actually found by a telescope in Hawaii, ground-based telescope initially, and then followed up with NASA's assets, including Hubble and other things. And so we're very aware. And of course, the Wide Field Survey Telescope will also have the capability to survey wide areas of the sky. So we're going into this generation of telescopes that can take enormous images of enormous swathes of the sky, which is, of course, what you need to find these rare objects that may be coming our way.
That's it. And Mr. Chairman, I've never talked to a scientist who said, oh, no, we're never going to have a big asteroid hit the world. Not one. And not one has ever said, no, we're not, it's impossible that we wouldn't know about it 10 years down the road. Well, that's just not, I mean, they all understand that tomorrow, because of what we have not done so far, we could be surprised to find out that most of the Earth would be destroyed within a short period of time, within a year or two. We need to make sure we change that reality. That should be one of our primary goals, is that the Earth isn't going to be destroyed, for Pete's sakes. And I think that space-based telescopes are going to play a major role in protecting us from that danger, from that ultimate danger. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And